Hello everybody, it's Kunka and today we are going to talk about some series or in other words, more likely suggestions. As you know, we have 8 mainline Pokemon regions alongside with some side game regions. So the reason, so one thing concerning me is what is one of future regions of core games or even spin-offs at least are gonna to be based on. Since as you see there are a lot of suggestions and theories with enough of ideas and even arguments. And I decided to make my very own theory, since nobody even mentioned this idea, and I'm working on it even by myself. So here you see a hypothetical fan-made version names made by myself with usage of special programs and official Pokemon trademark logo, of course. Pokemon Might and Pokemon Spirit version. So you may ask, what is this region I'm gonna to suggest for Game Freak and Nintendo is going to be based on. So the name of a region is Vishvana. What is Vishvana gonna based on? Vishvana region, which I'm suggesting as well as I'm been designing, is going to be based on Ukraine. Yes, my dear homeland, Ukraine. Since nobody, completely nobody even suggested this idea, I, as a proud Ukrainian guy and a Pokemon fan, decided to give my own turn. Why Ukraine? Well, why based on Ukraine? Well, for the beginning, let's start from the fact that Ukraine is the biggest fully European country. Yes, there's Russia, the biggest country in the world, Turkey, which is bigger than Ukraine, but they're mostly situated in Asia, while Ukraine is being a fully European country, and it counts. This is number one. This is reason number one. Reason number two of why Ukraine exactly. Well, what I hate a lot is that a lot of people are associating us, Ukrainians, the biggest fully European country, with a Chornobyl. Not only most of people are unable to pronounce this name of this abandoned city, right? But a lot of people really think that we have nothing but a Chornobyl. I'm sorry, guys, but there more than half of a million square miles, and you think it's all covered by a nuke desert? Really, it's annoying, it's offensive. We have a lot of cities, we have a lot of villages, we have a rich story, and you all think that we have just nothing but a Chornobyl. No, people, sorry, but nope. I cannot deal with that. So, as you see, the other problems is like sometimes I have an opinion that people see nothing but policy and think that we have that all of us, 42 millions of people living in Ukraine, are all corrupt politics and oligarchs. Well, they are a minority. You see what we have, you see our traditional clothes. It's what are we, who does not know. Though Although I would disagree that things which are neutral, they are more positive because they are shaping our identities, they are shaping knowledge of foreigners about us. Yes. And how is our region is gonna be looking like? Here's a wish one region, and as you see, it's very based on Ukraine. Besides some particular elements, but it's a fictional region, so it's not completely like it's not like Ukraine like completely. And as you see, there are a lot of cities which which I have used as an inspiration for a future Ukraine region. You see, there is a leak. Okay, let's start from some introduction. I'm gonna do more in future, so it's like a preview video about what if Ukraine was a Pokemon region. Starting region, you can see as a number 1. It's a northwest. It's the northwest point, excluding one based on your beloved Chornobyl. But western now. It's marked as a number 1, and it's a starting point, a hometown. Fortunately, I guess some of you knows it's gonna be based on Clement Town. Fortunately, people know enough about this beautiful little town, especially for its trail. Especially, glad you do. You are gonna start there, and I bet that an area based on Tunnel of Love is gonna to be a legendary spot. Also, I do think that 9 gyms would be very good idea. Like, or maybe they're gonna be like version exclusive gyms like we had in Sword and Shield. Yes, as you see about Sword and Shield, as you see, map done by me, by the way, is being inspired by one we had in latest Pokemon Go games. Yes, there I have marked gyms which are similar to stadiums. We have a lot of stadiums in our country, though we are not as good in football as English people, but still. Yes, and about this spot based on Chernobyl, it's I guess it could be an evil team base or something else. An evil team is gonna be Team Nuke, and their goal is to turn everyone, everybody, every human, and every Pokemon, and every single living being in zombies, so they are not gonna feel despair, pain, and have any negative emotions. You're gonna to encounter them a lot. And there's one more thing about there are a few more things about this map. Is like Victory Road and Champion League area is going to be based on Hortitsa Island, a Cossack area in Zaporizhia region, an island situated on our Dnipro River. You see a long blue line. It's a Dnipro-based river which is cutting the region on 2 halves, which is historically important for our people. And I doubt that I may design some DLC material, but there going to be some post-game areas you cannot access before until you beat the leak. Leak may have some inspiration from Sword and Shield, and there is going to be some kind of competition before you're going to challenge the league, but but I think that unlikely to Sword and Shield they're going to be an Elite Four, because I really like this concept. Though when I was smaller I always hated them because my strategies kinda sucked, and I stuck with Bruno and Phoebe. Though once in Fire Red and I had a Charizard and Blaziken, I used to train just them and only them, and because of that I couldn't pass through those two in Fire Red and Ruby respectively. But with Blastoise and and Swampert it was easier. And even in Platinum and Black and White 2, when I still used to use this stupid sucking strategy, it still worked. Yes, and Bottle Facility may be more like we had in Platinum and Hard Gold and Soul Silver is gonna be in this spot marked as a number 20. Also, in future I'm going to post both map and legends. I mean map legends on my page on DeviantArt. You can check it in the description. Okay, you will learn more about Vishivan region once I start to work with it, and let's move to mascots. And yes, our dear legendaries, or in other words, mascots, since legendaries since Gen 2 are always being mascots. Equitans and Falcorite. As you see, they're being based in accordance to their designs and names by a horse and by a falcon respectively. And yes, they are representing a might and a spirit. Hope Falcorite's representation does not replicate Lake Trio's one. Okay, so who they are? Equitans, a war-steed Pokemon, and its types are fighting and psychic. These Pokemon appear in legend and believed to be an embodiment of a might itself, coming when a war threats to break a peace. Of course, this Pokemon has some abilities. His ability is Characterism. Once its HP lowers down to 10%, it gets stats of a voice Pokemon added to its own, except of HP and halved. Its signature move is a Peaceful Strike. It has just 5 power points, but has a 150 attack and 95% of accuracy. Its weight is 150 and height is 2.5 meters. Falcorite, a spirit Pokemon, ghost and flying type. It's been said to descend from a very high place above once it spots someone with a strong wish enough to accompany it in solving global disputes. Other legends describe it as an embodiment of a spirit itself. It has the same ability, and its signature move is a serial wings, with same stats. By the way, ability characterism comes from a Cossack legends about Cossacks who are said to be able to use magic to distract and confuse their enemies, as well as turn a shapeshift into animals, including horses and falcons. Also, weight of a Falcorite is 75 kilograms and its height is 1.5 meters, but including tail, its height is 3 meters. Their stats are in total 680 in total. So in other words, as you see, they have same stats as most of mascot Pokemons. And yes, as you see by their eyes, I have been inspired by my favorite group of Pokemons, Creation Trio, but although they have no connection to the legendary dragons. Absolutely no connection, neither by design nor by their role, meaning and powers. And their lore. Around 2,500 years later, Vishwana region used to be populated by numerous of pro-medieval tribes dragged into endless wars with each other and exploiting Pokemons each time. But once, two legendary Pokemons, Equitance and Filcurate, you see there, arose before them, and with their powers, wars were stopped somehow. For centuries, those two legendaries managed to teach people of this region live in peace with each other, though not forever. But by some reason, both legendaries has gone some time later, leaving people and Pokemons alone, but with the hope of their doings being remembered and respected. Also, as mythology states, their disappearance caused people to have a lack of might and to have a zero spirit. Yet I'm not sure if I create someone like Giratina or Kyurem or Eternatus to be a third gal in their team, but I guess I will. And it may be even a mascot for a third version too, but still I'm not sure yet. Protagonists. You see them right there? Yes, they are young as well, in accordance to the lore. And their names are Leo and Oksana. Well, I wanted to name a male protagonist as Levko, a Ukrainized version of a name Leo, but then I saw like I would name him Leo, so foreigners, which maybe might be the most of players if this game ever comes out, would be easier to spell this name as a Leo plus Lionel Messi, who does not know him, and Oksana is a Ukrainized version of a Xena or Sona. Yes, you're going to play by them, but most likely you won't be able to. I'm not sure yet if you can personalize them, so they would be different from their default designs. Starters. Let's move to starters. It's the last point in this preview. Starters are Krosna, Villal, and Lestork. As you see, they're based by a spider, by a bull, and by a stork. Why those three animals? Spider, Krosna, a leaf spider Pokemon. First, for all 8 generations, we have no starter Pokemon being based on spiders, on bugs, or something like that. Just mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and even fish, but never invertebrates. It's first. Second, in Ukrainian, spiders are for real. Spiders are pretty respected animals in cultures mostly because of their web, which is being a symbol of a creation, because spiders created it like a silk. it's like a creation thing, a world like a spider creates its web. In our culture, spiders are playing roles in terms of a Christmas legend. Yes, we also have our own version of a Christmas spider legend, alongside with being used in ancient ornaments of our ancestors. Willow, a flame Pokemon. Why bull? Well, bulls are very strong animals and being favored by villagers and used in terms of doing different things, especially working on a field as well as helping to deliver goods their owners bought. Bulls are, as you all know, bulls are strong and hot-tempered animals. So that's why a willow is a flame type, while Krosna is a grass type because spiders are usually making their homes by using leaves. And the last one, water type Lestork. You may remind me a Piplup line. It is a Piplup being a water penguin. But as you see, Lestork is more similar to more realistic and more similar to a typical bird. Just look at its legs and its wings. Why a stork? As you all know, storks are known as a baby bringers, but in Ukraine, storks mean more. Storks are a symbol of a happy, lucky family, as well as being having a stork living above your home is a good thing. So our people are kinda obsessed with those birds, and that's why I decided to use such a reference. Why water type? Well, because storks hunt on water and live near waterscapes. Let's move to their dex entries. Krosna, a cross spider Pokemon. Its Japanese name shall be Hakumo. This Pokemon spins its web using a leaf as a core, which helps it to make prey or either predators to mistake it with it. Its weight is 3 kilograms and height is 0.3 meters. Willow, Japanese name Honyoushi, a flame calf Pokemon. Rock hit ability, Krosna has an overgrow. Willow weight is 6 kilograms and height is 1/2 of a meter. This young but fierce Pokemon generates flames when angry, which happens at most of its lifetime. Still, it has a clear mind enough. And finally, Lestork, Japanese name Konotori, a water stork Pokemon. Its ability is Torrent, weight is 4 kilograms and height is 0.4 meters. This Pokemon makes its nest on utility poles above humans' homes, using it as a comfortable place for seeking for prey, living at water spots below. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed this small preview for my Fake Moon series. I would like both Nintendo and Game Freak to consider in future. And there you thank you for your attention. See you later. And subscribe and check my page, by the way. Have a nice day.